Alrighty, y'all. So before the video begins, there is a new CD key. So I want you guys to head into your game. I posted on my Twitter too, if you guys want to go in there and see it, or for anybody who is on Twitter and seen it. Also, you can claim some special gems. We'll talk about that in the future. But you go to your CD key redemption portal, whatever, and then you put treasure chest. I will leave it in the pinned comments. And then when you redeem it, boom, you claim successful. And then when you head to your mail, you get, ooh, dude, this is quite the, I mean, that's not, I mean, we'll take it, but that's, okay. Alrighty, y'all, so we are back here with Maiden, and we're going to be doing, again, a lot of showcases with Maiden and other DPS electric characters. Today, we're going to be trying her out with I want to say, a OG fan favorite. Let me just give her a little cue real quick. But an OG fan favorite, and that is, in fact, Harran. Harran is a character who used to be so dominant. We can actually just give her these extra cores, right? She is still very dominant over, like, early on in the game. If you pull her when you start the game today, you will like beat a lot of the content with her today. Early on, but late game, she's not the greatest character, right? I actually don't use her, so I removed her stuff. Now the thing is, I'm gonna give her freaking we're gonna go on scope block because I'm not doing it. I'm not giving her. I never use her, so there's no point. The whole thing about her though is when she came out, she was a character who kind of had like the virus effect, where she would put like this debuff on enemies and it would just deal damage over time. And then it's like if it killed someone, it would transfer. It was kind of like the spread, and that's kind of why she was so good early on. We're gonna fight mobs. That's why she was so good early on, because it's like she could nuke any enemy she wanted to, right? But any enemy that she killed, basically with the virus on them, it would spread to other enemies. So it was kind of just like a little chain, and that's why she was good, so good, right? But I want to see, is she gonna be the best here? We are going to have some buffs from obviously newer characters, like Litter's always been in the game, but Crown, Naga buff, and even Maiden's buff is going towards her. Let's take a look, right? Let's take a look. Right now we're at 6.1 million, which is, I'd say, it's pretty reasonable after her burst skill. Let's see, 6.1 million to what though? Go on, Harran, show me something. Show me something, Harran. 6.1 million to 51 million. I mean, Maiden is at 20 million though. But like, is that good? I mean, Harran, is Harran back, y'all? I mean, we could make it work for sure, right? You could see like a lot of these enemies are just losing damage because of the virus effect. You can see it on their HP, like some of it's just going down. Like that enemy at the top right here, well, when it starts to show their HP bar, then you know it's in effect, right? Especially if they're not getting hit whatsoever, right? Like boom. Somebody, okay, well, we're not supposed to use Naga's burst skill, but it's fine, I guess. We were supposed to use crowns there, but I guess our burst generation is just that good. Okay, 101. We did use her burst skill, right? We did. So 101 to, okay, 113, nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's not bad, right? Like, this is obviously core 7, no overload gear, Harran. And Maiden is still way higher, but Harran is up there too. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Harran is the best, but like, she can work. She can work. Okay, we're about to use our burst skill anyways, right? So right now we're at 143 million. A lot of enemies were there, I will say. After 143 million and a burst skill with all the buffs we got going on from Maiden, from Naga. Okay, not bad, right? Like, this is good numbers for her, but I would say so. I would say 201 million is not that bad. A lot of you guys might not be using Harran in 2024, but hey, with some Maiden, I told you guys, the thing about Maiden is it would be silly to skip her because she's like a very good character just for even Cinderella. So it's kind of like you would want her for Cinderella. So we're at 239 million. You would want her just for Cinderella, like, right? All the other electrical characters, you can even forget about them. Just for Cinderella, you want this character, right? But it does also, like I said, help out a lot of other electrical characters like Harran, right? I've never seen Harran hit that high in my life, right? I've never. We have scope block on, but like I said, I've just never seen Harran hit that hard in my life. So hey, Is she good? Is Harran good? I mean, not really. I mean, she's not bad. I'm not gonna say Harran is bad, but I mean, she's buffed. I would say Harran got a big buff because without Maiden, I don't think she's doing all this. Genuinely, without Maiden and without her being type advantage, I don't think she's doing all this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I could put some of these on this team, and I don't think she's gonna hit as hard, right? Especially type advantage. That's the only reason why I would use Harran too. If I needed to clear mobs instantly. And then I would like type advantage, right? That's the only way. But even then, it's like, okay, she's an electric code. We have way too many electric code DPSs now. It's just no point. It generally is no point. Is she going to be at, okay, we're at 300 million. Let's take a look. There's only one enemy here. So look how less damage she does when it's one enemy. 327 million after her burst skill. 335 million. She did 6 million there, but that's not bad. Like 6 million crit. If that was to like 10 different enemies, that's 60 million, right? Like, this is what I mean. Like, she could be decent, but she's not the best against solo enemies. I'm just sorry, she's not. What is her doing on a normal attack? She's okay, roughly around like what, 600k that was. But let's see. I mean, it's a little something, little something, little something, little something. It's a little something. I want to try basically this composition again, but I want to kind of like find a way to put Maiden on the team, or not Maiden, on Nice, right? Like, I want to see if I can maximize this character, but I would need to remove Naga from the team. I would need to put a burst 1 character who can actually heal and do something as well. No, I don't got one that can heal. They don't have, that's electric that could work with her. Is only Rapunzel, but she's on a 60-second cooldown. So it's like, who else? I could put her, but she's not on a, we're just gonna have to go with that, you know, the classic burst 1, burst 2, burst 3. That's what we're gonna have to do. Classic burst 1, classic burst 2, classic burst 3. But this is gonna be a lot, right? We're gonna have buffs from Anise and Maiden here, right? You don't have to use both of them if you don't want to. I do think it's fine using both of them if you really want to, but you don't have to, right? I do have Harran skin, which is crazy. I used to use Harran a lot, if you guys don't know. But we're gonna use her burst skill just in a second here. Okay, so we are at 3.6 million Maiden buff. Are these buffs on her? Yeah, Maiden buff is on her. Anise buff is on her. That's Anise's buff right there. This is Crown's buffs right here. This is Crown's buff right here. This is double boost. What is that? Is that her own? Where does that come from? Double boost. That has to be from you, because there's just no possible way. Is that you maybe? Oh, that's literally, I didn't even know that was her burst skill. Double boost. But where is 3 point something to think. Did it just proc? Yeah, it did. So literally the moment you use her burst, yeah, it proc. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then she's averaging casually. Is that 3 million a hit? Yeah, it's like around 3 million a hit. After one burst skill, 55 million, like 56 million, 55 million. Isn't like great. It's not bad actually, but that's with mobs. That's my whole point. Like, nowadays we have characters who are doing that to single enemies, right? And that's kind of where like you can tell how bad Harran is. Because if we went to bosses with that, like, mind you, let's go to a boss with this exact same composition. That's kind of how you tell if a character is crazy or not, right? We're gonna go into a boss, one enemy, type advantage, all these little things, just to one enemy. After her burst skill, you're not gonna see much of a difference. It's not that you're not gonna see much of a difference, but you're not gonna see anything impressive at all, right? How can they make this character better? They could easily make her better just by making her AoEs like a lot stronger, right? Because look, we're going normal attack, normal attack. Okay, right now we're at 1.3 or 1.7 million. That's it. She did 2.9 million on her AoE. And that's equivalent to 999% of final attack as damage. That's all of this including. She was able to do 2.9 million. And then after, she's doing like, these are good numbers, like 3.8 on a core hit, 2.3 million on a core hit. That's great because she's a sniper. but it's like she used her burst skill. These two didn't use their burst skill. Anise is already higher, and Maiden Rose is basically there. And that's like, you're just not going to use her against bosses. You're just not, right? And then even against mobs nowadays, I think the issue is genuinely, the issue is like, look, the issue is that her virus especially is too weak. It's way too weak. Like, it's not that good anymore against the new content. Deals 17.28% as final damage, as final attack as damage every 1 second for 5 seconds, and there's a 25 chance when attacking. Like, they're gonna need to buff that up to like 100 something percent, 200% for her to be relevant today, right? With a favorite item. But I mean, I would say she technically got buffed with Maiden. You can get more numbers from her, because what was it, 55 million the first time? Let's put no support, right? It was 55 million the very first time. Let's take off both of these two characters and put in no support. How about that? All right, let's put in no support, and we're gonna see how much she does AoE. No Maiden, no Anise, no both of them, no nothing like that. How much is she gonna do? How much do you guys think? I want you guys to guess right now in the comments how much you gonna guess, and then edit it and tell me if you're right or wrong. Right? I'm gonna guess like 20 million max. Right? We're gonna see. I'm gonna guess 20 million. Right? Okay, right. So okay, right now we're at 2.5 million. 25 million. I was basically right? But wait, let's wait till her burst skill is done, because that's what we did last time. It was 55 million the first time though, no? Or was that after a burst skill? I'm not sure. But either way, like, you're losing out on a big numbers. Whether that was before or after, having Maiden is a big buff towards this character. That's basically the moral of the story. So Harran buffed, but still not a character I would use, just because there's way better characters that also got buffed. Remember, every electro character got buffed with Maiden, so I wouldn't say Harran buffed, start using her now. But hey, if you want to use her, then go ahead, you can use her with Maiden. But it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna see you guys next one. I'm out. Bye.